Okay, so I wanted to give you a real basic walkthrough of like how I do my meal planning. And so two things. Number one, I need to just remind everyone, or just maybe I don't need to, but it has nothing to do with meal planning. But the other day, my mom, who is one of my customers and she's in our challenge group sometimes, was like, I'm just not a morning person like you. I can't get up as early. And I just wanted you to all know that all those posts that I post at like 5 a.m., those are like pre-scheduled. I scheduled those in advance. I'm not up at 5 a.m. like posting that stuff. So I'm not a morning person. My morning routine starts when I wake up. And that is just a super side note there. But I'm going to share my screen, show you some stuff about how I meal plan and meal prep. And the reason I was even giving you that is because I think there's lots of different ways to do morning routines. There's also lots of different ways to plan and prep for your nutrition. And so the way that works the best for me is I do at least one day in advance. And so I'm going to show you kind of how I do that. If I can share my screen, and then I'm going to look. I'm reading the chats too. So if you have any questions, put them in the chat and I will get to them either at the end or as we go. So I'm just reading. Elizabeth said, I kind of fell off. My schedule's super crazy. As soon as I get back on a normal work schedule, I want to figure out how to get my workouts back. Yes. And I'm still looking to lose weight. Yes. Okay. Down almost 20 pounds. That's freaking amazing. Oh my gosh. Okay. All right, so let me share my screen, get this started, because I think regardless of if you're working out or not, we can all like work on our nutrition a little bit. And if we just dial it in a little bit, I think we'll be way more successful. So let's see, present. My computer is gonna be super slow now. I guess I don't have to present it if you can see it. Just do this. Well, you all can see it sort of, right? Who can see this screen? Oh my God, my computer. All right, here we go. Maybe it's doing something. All right, well, either way, I'm talking today about the portion fix, that plan. So if you're brand new and you haven't even picked a plan yet, then I would encourage you to go on to the Beachbody app, read through both of the two plans. The nutrition plan that I follow is called Portion Fix. I would actually recommend that we all start with Portion Fix. I think it's a really good just starting place. Unless the only caveat to that is if you've struggled in the past with any kind of like disordered eating, especially where you've been like really restrictive with your diet, this might be very triggering for you because it is more structured. You are like, eating within a certain portions and like, you're not like counting macros or counting your calories, but you are eating in a balanced portion way that can feel a little bit too familiar for some people who've struggled with like disordered eating in the past. So for me, it works really, really well because I need structure. I do really well with like lists and routines and structure because I have ADD and it's better for me. Okay, so the first thing you have to know before we even go into the rest of the stuff is like which calorie bracket you're in. So I'm going to just hope that if you've been with us for more than a month and you're doing this plan that you've done this, but let's pretend you haven't. The reason I never have gone over it with you guys is because I really like the idea of me being like empowering you guys to go learn this stuff yourself a little bit. But let's say you haven't. I'm going to walk you through it. It's really simple. So to calculate your calorie target, you have to know your weight and then you have to like multiply that by 11. So I put my numbers in here. So 185 times 11. And then if you're working out, so like Elizabeth, you're not working out right now, so you're not going to add the 400. But if you are working out, you add 400. So your weight times 11 plus 400. So that gives me 2,435 calories. That's how many calories I can eat every day and maintain the weight I'm at now. So if my goal is to maintain that weight, I would just stay right there. But I'm trying to lose weight. So I would subtract 750 calories from that number. And that gives me 1685. And so then I go into this portion fix container plans in the, in your app. You'll be able to find all these PDFs under the nutrition programs you go to Portion Fix, you can find all these things too, but I just pulled them out and took screenshots of them for you today. So I would find my calorie target. Okay, where is 1685? That's in portion plan B. So then from there, I don't worry about that number ever again. I just know that I'm following container plan B, which tells me how many containers I get to fill up each day. So I get 4 green containers, 3 purple containers, 4 red containers, 3 yellows, 1 blue, 1 orange, and 4 teaspoons. And so also in the back, on the website, you can find lists of the foods that go in each of those containers. And we'll talk about that, I think, if you guys have questions at the end. But okay, so this is also both of these, all of these things are also in the files section of our body shop group. You can find them under the nutrition plans, tips and plans, meal plans and tips, or something like that. Okay, so, but this is what I do. So I always start, I know for me, every single day, I'm gonna have my shake and I'm gonna put spinach in it. So that's 1 red and that's 1 green every single day. And I just start there. I know that I can mark off 1 red, 1 green. And then, so now I have 3 yellows, 1 blue. I have all those other containers left. It's kind of like math, right? And then usually for dinner, next I'm going to move on to dinner. I know that for dinner, I'm usually always going to have some kind of meat or protein, a vegetable, and then some type of carb usually. And it's pretty boring. Like I'll have salmon, broccoli, quinoa one night, and then we'll do like chicken, stir fry, and veggies the next night. So I kind of start with dinners and my shake. Let me go to the next page because that'll maybe help. All right, so if I know that now I mark off my green. So this is what I can have each day. So on Monday, I have 4 greens I can eat, 4 reds, all those containers, and I'm going to just check them off as I go. So now basically I can see, like, once I've planned my shake, planned my dinner, then I'm like, okay, so now I know I have to have a green somewhere I've got 3 snacks. I've got a snack and 2 meals left. So if I'm doing this tonight, for tomorrow, I'm like, all right, for breakfast, I'm probably going to need to have some kind of protein and some kind of fruit because I need 3 containers of fruit. And you don't want to have all your containers in one sitting. You want to try to eat the rainbow. If you guys have heard that, it's like, whatever, eat the rainbow. So obviously have your food be colorful, but also in this situation, we want to have as many containers, as many colors as possible at each meal or each snack. So the more, so if I can have a green and a red and a purple and a blue and a yellow, that's like freaking awesome. All the containers in one meal, but you don't want to have like all 4 of your greens in one meal just because of the way our body absorbs nutrients. It's not going to benefit you as much. You need to spread it out. We can only absorb so many nutrients at one time for so many hours or whatever. So if you can space your snacks and meals out about 2 hours, that's ideal as well. All right. So I would basically just do this every single day, but at least the night before. So breakfast, since I know, like one of my favorite breakfasts is like Greek yogurt, because that's a red container. So I'll do like a 3/4 cup of Greek yogurt with like a cup of fruit and a little maple syrup, mix it up. Sometimes I'll put some walnuts in there, which would be like a blue. And that's breakfast. So it just kind of goes like that. And then lunch is usually a big salad. But I think these are really helpful, but also just know in your app, like all those things are available in your app. So you can use the app to track all these things. So what I do is I don't use paper like this. I will go in my actual app and be like, put my dinner in for tomorrow. So I say, okay, tomorrow, Monday, this is what I plan on eating for dinner. And I count the containers right then. And then it'll tell me right at the top how many portions I have left. And the goal is you want to eat all your containers. You want that to say 0. So that's pretty much it. So you literally go to the app, start with your shake, boom, 1 meal done. Then you go to your dinner, put all the containers in, boom, that meal's done. Okay, now how many do I have left? I have, you know what I mean? You just kind of figure it out based on what you like to eat, but also based on like, I'm going to stop my share really quick. based on those food lists, which again, if you guys check out the food lists, if you're trying to lose weight or even build muscle or tone up, you're going to want to try to stick to the food lists, like the top 1/3 of those food lists. Because there's a hierarchy there. So I guess I could have pulled up the food lists for you too. Who has questions? Let me see if you guys have questions, and then I feel like I was just talking. Does anybody have questions? No questions? I'm confused. I confused myself. How do you guys not have questions? Oh, wait. All right, well, then let's do this. Why don't you guys, who knows their calorie bracket? Tell me what your brackets are. How many containers you can fill up each day. Carolyn.
I'm the second one, like B or whatever. Same one that you're on.
Cool. I freaking love your sweatshirt. That is amazing. Is that like an old school Michigan sweatshirt? Yes.
It is.
Freaking amazing. Go.
I'm a State fan, but I wear this shirt all the time because I love it. But I have to tell people I'm a State fan.
Why? Well, first of all, why? Why are you a State fan?
Because everybody that I know is a Michigan fan. and I don't know. I just am.
All right, my husband is too. He was a real jerk.
I mean, blue and yellow make green, right? That's what I always say.
That's true. We created Michigan State. Okay. Okay, so most of you are B. Yes. Thank you, Elizabeth. God, so you guys are B too. So I know, Carolyn, meal planning is not something you struggle with, correct?
Right.
And you don't like to do a week out, but could you see yourself doing like a day out, like tomorrow, like right now? What are you going to have? Like put your shake in right now in your app, and then you see how many containers you have left. Do you use your app at all to count your containers?
I do. I have been.
You have been?
And yeah.
Good.
I have been I didn't yesterday, but I did all week last week. And I pre-cooked a bunch of shredded chicken.
Nice.
And boiled eggs.
Oh, that's good.
For lunch stuff, for like lunch salads.
Yes, that's good. That's really good. I am short like a red all the time. And I don't know. I think it's because at lunchtime, I need to be adding like an egg or chicken to my salad. So that's something I've noticed.
Short green all the time.
Yeah. Have you tried putting the spinach in your shake like I've told you?
No, I haven't yet. I have to, I know. I'm just so scared because I love my shake so much that I'm just scared that it's ruin it. And then I'll have to like make it again. But
you won't even be able to taste the difference. I've told Kelly on the same thing. I'm like, you need to do like a thing where like you have your husband's blindfold you, make 2 shakes, you won't even taste the difference.
Yeah.
And then videotape it so I can like watch it.
I will. I need to do it.
You really can't taste the difference. I wouldn't tell you that. I'm very weird about my shakes. It is like a freaking event over here. I make like a dessert shake, and it's like my dessert. I would never screw up my dessert by throwing weird stuff in it. Like, I mean, seriously, that is I would never.
Yeah. Well, I have my shake like every morning, and it's exactly the same. And I know what it's going to taste like, but I have to add spinach into it. I just have to.
Yeah. You could add a cup and a half and you wouldn't even taste the difference. It's going to change the color. So in your head, you might think that it tastes different, but it doesn't taste different. It's crazy. It's like a magic trick. All right. So you guys have to commit to trying it tomorrow. Can we do that? Both of you too?
Yeah.
Okay. And then you have to tell me about it. And you can message me or message each other and be like, oh my God. I can't believe I could have been having all these veggies my whole life. Okay. So I think starting with the shake is good. And then do you plan it all ahead, like for your dinners, or how do you guys do dinners and planning for that?
I never plan ahead for my dinners.
So what if you did?
Really bad
like
at
right
that.
now we have this call, we have an hour, well, 30 minutes left. You could totally, what do you have to eat for dinner tomorrow? Like, what do you think you want to eat? You don't have to answer me right now, I guess.
Yeah, no, I'm thinking about it. I mean,
but do you see what I mean? Like, it's easier if you know what you're gonna have for dinner. So for like
right.
one night this week I was like planning on making this macaroni and cheese butternut squash macaroni and cheese thing. So I knew that was going to be like 1.5 yellows. So I was like, all right, for breakfast, I'm not going to have a yellow, you know what I mean? And probably not for lunch, because I like to have like a snack. Like I usually like to have some crackers or pita chips or something. So I save a lot of my yellows for stuff like that. So I didn't, I waited. So I knew that was happening. So same like on Friday night pizza nights, I know I'm probably going to have some pizza or extra blues. So I don't throw in like cheese or anything on my salad or eggs or whatever in the morning. So I think it just helps you make sure you stay within those calories, because otherwise you just go over, and then you don't get the results that you are trying to get typically. So I say we all try to plan out some stuff for tomorrow for at least one day in advance. I'm not saying you have to do it for a whole week, because like I said, everybody meal plans differently. Some people will do like a whole week in advance. That for me is like very hard to do, because I'm so weird about what I feel like having. Like I don't know.
That's how I am.
Thursday, I'm like, I might not feel like having salmon. Like, I just don't know.
Right.
I'm not going to commit to it. I'm weird about committing. Like, I don't want to commit that far in advance. I don't know where we're going to be at mentally, emotionally, like, hormonally. Like, it's just, I don't know. So I like to do it the night before or the day before, usually in the afternoon, because then I can like run out to the store or have Scott run to the store, because I'm like, oh shit, we need this for dinner tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah, because usually I'm on the day and I'm like, okay, we need this for dinner tonight.
Yeah. And so that's going to work for some people. That's definitely not going to work for like if you're working full time and you've got a bunch of kids, you know what I mean? Like, so I think for us, it kind of does work, because we can, my husband works from home, I'm at home, so it kind of works. But if you're like a full-time, if you work full-time and your kids are in all a bunch of sports, you might not have, it might be something where you are going to have to take an hour or two on Sundays or Saturdays and plan at least 5 nights in advance. Otherwise, you're going to be, stopping in between practices at McDonald's or wherever, getting pizza, and then you end up eating stuff that isn't like aligned with your goals. And then you feel like crap, and it's just a vicious cycle. So planning, I think, is the best way to get around all of that. All right, what other questions do you guys have? Because I'm gonna do the drawings and I'll let you guys do the meal plans kind of the rest of the day, and then you can just message me in that group if you have any questions, or maybe we can put take a screenshot of your meal plan for tomorrow. Any other questions? Biola? No. All right. Well, I'm gonna see if I can get back. All right. So let's see here. Mm-hmm.
What the fuck? What? $25 on Uber to get to work right now?
Oh my God. Elizabeth, you gotta mute yourself. That is crazy though. An Uber.
I thought that I was muted. I don't know how I became unmuted.
You were muted.
You were muted. It's almost like we all just needed to like hear that, which is crazy.
I just needed you guys to know, that I'm not paying that much for an Uber to get to work tonight.
That is crazy. Why would it be so expensive on a Sunday night? It seems like it doesn't, are they, you know what I mean? Like how sometimes like during peak times, it's like,
I think maybe it goes based on the drivers, so they must not have very many right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Uber used to be so affordable when it first started.
I usually spend like $6.
Yeah,
like
okay.
$6.25 or something. Because I think $6 is the minimum or whatever. But I don't usually go anywhere that far from my house. It's not usually bad. I'm not paying $25 to get to work.
That's crazy. You should try Lyft. I wonder if they are cheaper.
I go back and forth between the two.
Yeah.
Like I just ordered a Lyft instead because I'm not doing that.
Yeah. Crazy. All right. I want to just really quick shout out everybody. First of all, I have to say congratulations to Carolyn because she won our 645 contest or not contest, whatever group last month, which was like the longest challenge group we've ever done. It was 13 weeks, you guys, and it was like her and Crystal, they split the prize for $120, which was really cool. I'm really proud of you because that is like a long program. I think most people ended up either they still haven't finished yet or they're doing something else because they just couldn't stick with it. So I'm proud of you for sticking with it. I finished the other day and I was like bawling my eyes out. It was just like, I think so right now I'm really, really obsessed with our Body Live classes, but I think there's something like really, really powerful about starting a program from day one and then finishing it. Like, it's just like this sense of accomplishment. And for me, like I need to collect those small wins like right away. So I could understand why for some people who were maybe brand new, starting a program that was 13 weeks, 45 minutes a day was very like intense. And so I would recommend like trying a program that's maybe 3 weeks. There's MBF, that's a great program. 3 weeks, there's 21 Day Fix, there's a ton of different programs, but starting something and like trying to finish it, I think just having those wins is really, really important. So I am sharing my screen because this group that we're doing right now, the Body Shop, we are giving people prizes for posting their sweaty selfies. And so if the first week Starbucks prize winners, these are just kind of like in order: Alyssa, Justine, Holly, Connor, Allison, Josie, Rachel, and Erica Hallie. And then the headbands, I had 3 junk headbands. We did a drawing already. I went live and did this. Those are going to Holly, Alyssa, and Connor. And then right now today, I'm doing a drawing for a self-care book or a book. I'm doing that drawing, and then I'm drawing names for a week of Energized or beach bars. So I think this is the one for Thursday. Okay. Winners. And then you're all getting put back into this box. You're all going to win a weekly prize to one person. Okay. Here we go. Holly won a self-care book. I remember that. Holly. Congratulations, Holly. She's been sharing her Instagram. This has been really fun, you guys. In this group, we have an Instagram story reel thing. You just basically check off all the days that you work out, and then everyone's sharing them and tagging each other in it. It just feels like really fun. So in this group, you get an extra point every time you do that, like share to your stories on IG. And Holly's been like crushing that Instagram stories game. Okay, Holly got a self-care book. All right, this is for the Energize or 3 beach bars if you're not a fan, except for Carolyn if you win this one. Crystal, nice. Sending you some. I still have your prizes here. I've been holding them hostage. Crystal lives like down the road from me, so I've got this like bag of goodies for her from like phase 1 of the 645 group. And I'm like, you need to come over here and work out with me. And then I'll give these to you. All right. Okay. This prize is going to be, where did I write it down? I have it written down what we're supposed to be giving away. Anyway, it's going to be a weekender kit, which is basically a sample of Recover, Energize, 2 Shakeologies. There's a peppermint mocha and a cookies and creamy. Carolyn, if you win this one, I'm going to send you some collagen because I know you don't like chocolate. So if it happens to be, because all these things are chocolate, the beach bars are chocolate, everything's chocolate. Because
Everything is chocolate.
Normal people like chocolate. I wish I didn't like chocolate. Okay, so the winner of the weekender kit, this is the week 1 prize, is Connor. And she's been showing up on IG too, so that's freaking awesome. Good job, you guys. Okay, again, all these names are gonna stay in here, and so every time you post a sweaty selfie in our group, in the bod group, you get your name in here, and then if you post the IG story tracker or anything about our group on Instagram, where you get 1 point that goes towards oh my god, this is why Olivia explained this, because I always like overcomplicate things. So you get 1 point that goes towards your total points in the group. And so what we're doing, if anybody's not in that group right now, just so you know, it's like a holiday cash for Christmas thing. We're trying to encourage you guys to hit your goals, because we know that it's important. A lot of you guys signed up with us because you're like, I want to lose some weight, and that's okay. And like, I want you all to remember that like your bodies are beautiful right now. And even if you want to lose weight, like that's okay too. Hey, okay, it was good to see you, Elizabeth. It's okay to want to lose weight and still love. You can want to lose weight and still love your body right now today. So sometimes I think it's difficult to like talk about wanting to lose weight, but also talking about how I want you guys to look in the mirror, like naked every day, and tell yourself that you're a freaking rock star and that you're beautiful and that you're worth it. Because maybe you think that you can't do both, but you can. Okay. So, yeah. So what we're doing for this group, just as a friendly reminder, is we are giving you guys, it's $2 a pound for every pound you lose. And then if you, why? Shut the door. Smack your face. Sure. Hi. Okay. So $2 a pound for every pound you lose. And then, every time you check in the morning, check in the evening, and then you do a story on Instagram, and you can get 3 points a day. Whenever you get 10 points, you get an entry into the prize drawing. And then every time you get 20 points, we're going to give you an extra $1 per pound that you lose during this group. So if you lose 5 pounds, we're going to give you, and you do all those things every day, you get 60 points. We're going to give you 5 times 5, like $10. So cash. Plus you'll get all these entries into the drawing. So we're doing a $50 Amazon gift card, a self-care bundle. I don't remember what else, but it's going to be fun. So, and that's going to carry over into our next group in December, which is going to be this holiday hard group, which is kind of like, if you guys have ever wanted to do 75 hard, it's going to be a lot like that, where you have to do certain things every day, you check it off. And then if you miss something, like it's like, you know, read 10 pages of a personal development book, drink water. There's a bunch of like 6 different things, and you have to do all the things every day. Otherwise you have to start over from day 1. So it's going to be a fun group too. We're really excited about that. But I think that's it. That's all I have. If you guys have any questions, throw them in the chat, or, you know, obviously I'm available. You can message me anytime, but let me get these prizes sent out to all you guys. So anybody got questions? All right. Well, I'll see you guys in the bod group. Make sure you're checking in. I'm proud of you guys. And I'll expect your guys' videos of you drinking your shake with spinach and your meal plans for tonight, or for tomorrow tonight. Are you going pee? All right, I'll see you guys later. Bye. This is good stuff. Good stuff.